The Board of Zoning Appeals meeting for August 13th, 2025 is now in session. I'd like to introduce my board. To my far left, we have Francis Skip Sweeney, Tier Hatch. I'm Ashley Garkar, and we have Davey Rowan. To my far right is Heather Freeman, our Township Zoning Inspector. And then to my far left is Bridie Sweeney, our Legal Counsel. Under advice of our legal counsel, we ask that anyone speaking tonight must be sworn in. If you plan on speaking, please stand and raise your right hand. Do you swear that the testimony you are about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God? If so, say I do.
I do.
Please be seated. When presenting your case or commenting, please come to the microphone and state your name and address. Thank you. And Heather, was legal notice published in a timely manner?
Yes.
Thank you. We have two variance applications tonight. A 3-vote majority is required for either approval or denial. When you come up to state your case, I will verify that you guys would like to go forward because we are missing a member tonight. So if we would like to start off with application 2025-174, John Nikic is requesting a variance from section 34.04A1 to allow for construction of a 6-foot tall fence in lieu of the maximum 4-foot tall fence. This is property located at 7030 Ravenna Road, also known as parcel number 088-014-000-0650. Heather, would you like to provide a summary of the application?
Yes.
Thank you.
Before you do that, zoning inspector, I need to recuse myself from this application.
I'm sorry, could you speak up?
Sure, I need to recuse myself from this application.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, I do have up on the screen up here a couple images. So the subject property is located at 7030 Ravenna Road, which is located on the west side of Ravenna Road between Sturbridge Drive and the I-90 bridge. You can see on the map on the right the parcel outlined in red. The property is zoned R1 residential and contains approximately 3.13 acres of land. It is currently under development as the property owner is converting a barn into a residential home. The image on the left is just a street view, a picture that I took standing from across the street of what it would look like if you were driving by the property. As proposed, the applicant would like to keep an existing 6-foot tall fence that was constructed initially without an approved zoning permit. You can see here the map on the left. The parcel line outlined in blue is the location of the 6-foot tall fence. It runs along the west and north property lines of the parcel. And the yellow on the map there, that is like the foundation, the footprint of the existing home. So the section of the fence that is between the front of the house and the street is about 170 feet. That is the portion of the fence that is in question, that is the subject of the variance. Normally, section 34.04A1 prohibits fences from exceeding 4 feet in height if it extends into the front yard. And then the bottom is just a photograph of what that fence looks like. Thank you.
Thank you. Applicant, can you please come forward to the microphone and state your name and address for the record?
Of course. Good afternoon, Dr. John Nikic. John Nikic, 6814 Edinburgh Place, Concord Township, Ohio. Last name N-E-K-I-C.
And just want to make sure that you are aware we are missing one board member,
Okay.
so we still need a 3-vote of approval or denial either direction. And it is up to you if you would like to continue with your case or if you would like to table it until we have a full board. That is up to you.
Let's continue.
Continue. Okay. Please present your case then.
Well, the property itself and the projects is very unique. I have not 2 neighbors, but 7 or 8. And the neighbors abut my property, the back of their properties abut my property. So as I started clearing out the brush and the overgrown leaves and trees for the last 40 years, it really opened up the space and really became very visible to the neighbors. The privacy was going away. So over the past 2 years, my number one concern was the privacy and appeal for my neighbors. They've been there a long time, and I'm just moving in. I'm making this beautiful project for myself, so I need to make sure that they're happy and content as well. So the fence itself, every time I go to a property, I talk to all my neighbors. We discuss plans. I tell them what the plan is, and they agree, disagree, throw out some ideas. And I've been very accommodating to the point. One of my neighbors, an older woman toward the west side, over the past 4 years, she and her husband have been throwing their debris, trees, logs, and everything into that open property. And as I was clearing it out, she came out. She said, "You know, my husband passed away. Would you mind clearing that out for me?" I said, "Of course." Well, as I had that cleared out, it cost me $3,500. But that's what I'm willing to do for my neighbors. I want to make sure they're comfortable and they're not overwhelmed by my project. So another example, there's these trees I want to cut down on my property. My neighbor asked, "Would you mind leaving it? It provides a little more privacy." I said, "Sure." So when we did the fence, we were to stop at the property at the building on the north side. But then as I discussed it with all my neighbors, they said they would love to have additional privacy. So I incurred the additional cost and built it all the way to the street. The 6-foot rule I did not know. But my number one concern and priority is to make sure my neighbors' privacy and their appeal is, you know, at first and foremost, my number one project here. So
What did you say the cost of clearing all that stuff out was?
the fence cost me $100,000 to make sure my neighbors have privacy. Clearing it out was hundreds.
No, but the back neighbor with all their
$3,500.
300,000.
3,500.
Oh, okay.
It's 7.5 truckloads.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
I'm like,
3,500. So she was sweet. She
I
said, "Would you
missed her.
mind?" I said, "Absolutely." So I told my guys, "Please clear that out." And the guy said, "God, John, it's 8 trucks." I'm like,
Yep.
"Just do it," you know. So I'm trying to be a good neighbor. I'm trying to make this beautiful for everybody. The barn itself is stunning. My neighbors' properties, those are their homes, and that's my priority. Make sure they're comfortable too.
So Heather, just to be clear, is it the entire fence we're discussing, or is it just just that front portion?
Well, the rest of the fences would be permitted without the variance. So
Okay, so
basically the question is, would you approve the fencing that goes from the front edge of the house towards the street? It's about that 170 feet.
Okay.
And you'll notice where I stopped the fence toward the street is exactly where the last neighbor's backyard ends. So it's uniform and it creates a nice barrier for them as well.
No.
And on the application, the pictures aren't 100% clear, but I do want to verify
From that forward.
that the fence going towards Ravenna Road on your side, it does end at the side yard of the property that's backing up to your yard.
I believe so.
Okay, so it's not going past, like, the closest property to Ravenna Road on Somerset, that fence, if it was on their property in their backyard, would be acceptable for a 6-foot fence if it was on their backyard.
I think that's a question for Heather.
Sorry, Heather. I was
That's
looking at you.
interesting.
Yes, it would be.
It would be, okay, so if
Yeah.
it was on that lot, there's no fence going past what would be acceptable if it was on the other person's property.
Well, actually, I take that back. No, because on a so the lot to the north of Mr. Nekic's on the corner there at Sturbridge and Ravenna is a corner lot. And if that lot owner was going to do a 6-foot fence on their rear property line, that also would have to stop 50 where the side of that home is abutting the right, like on the side lot line. So probably 50 feet back from the right of way.
Okay, so half of it would be allowed and half of it wouldn't be if it was on the other
A
person's
portion
property.
of it would be, yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Does anyone else have any further questions?
Yeah, I just
for
want to
them?
clarify a couple things. So the fence in your page 4 of your application, the picture in that, on that page, that's where the fence ends, right? It doesn't even, it looks like it doesn't even come close to Ravenna Road.
Nowhere near.
Okay. And then my second question would be, I understand, very helpful to your neighbors, that's great. Are any of them here? Do any of them object to this?
I believe someone's here, yeah.
I guess, all right, I guess we'll hear Well, we'll hear from them. I'm asking him the question though.
Yes.
To your knowledge, do any of your abutting neighbors, do they object to this?
No, we've all talked about this.
Okay, all right, and we'll hear from whoever wants to speak.
Again, everything I do, I discuss with all of them. I give them a heads up when they ask me, what do you guys
Yeah.
think? Some say thumbs up, some say I'd rather do this, and then we make some changes. Again,
That's great.
This is their home. This is very important to me.
Good neighbor.
I'm trying to be.
All right, thank you.
A final question for you. You keep saying this project. Are you planning on living there, or is this something you're planning on selling?
No. It's gonna be one of my
Your home.
Yeah.
Okay.
man cave.
Okay. Any questions?
No questions.
Okay. Oh, thank you.
Yes, thank you so much.
Proceed it?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else speaking for or against this variance application?
Yes.
Please come forward if you would like to speak. And please state your name and address for the record.
Bob Carter, Carter, 11464 Somerset.
Okay.
Again, my wife and I are the property owners just to the north between John's property and Somerset. The majority of the length of the fence in question is my property line, my backyard. And I'm here to support the variance because the extra couple feet of the fence just offers additional privacy.
Cool.
And it's really that simple.
Very good.
Great.
Do you guys have any questions?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else speaking for or against this variance application? Okay. One more.
Ken Wookde, representing my mom.
Can you spell your last name?
Wuchte. I live across the street from my mom on Bunbury. My mom's on Somerset. She's the older lady that Mr. Neck referred to before about my dad passing. He's been nothing but good to all the neighbors there. Did exactly what he said. My mom needed some help clearing that land. He went and took care of that. The fence went up. It's a good quality fence, looks good. I haven't heard anybody in our group of neighbors to speak out against it yet. Okay.
Great, thank you.
Is there anyone else for or against? Please come on up.
My name is Tim Jordan. I'm at 11406 Somerset Trail. So I look back and I see John's property fully. I support the 6-foot fence, not the shorter fence, but the taller fence. So I just want to let you know that I support when he was building it, he came back and said it's going to be nice, and so far he kept his word. So that's it.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time.
Is there anyone else for or against this variance application? Okay. If there's no further questions, the public hearing for variance application 2025-174 is now closed to the public. The chair will entertain a motion for approval of variance application 2025-174.
So moved.
Second?
Okay. Well, discussion. Who would like to start?
You know, my big thing is when the neighbors are on board, I'm usually on board.
I drove past the property a couple times before this meeting, and you really can't see the fence from the road. I think the only concern I would have, if there was a concern, would be if it were impeding the view of traffic, which it's not. And I think, again, if this had been on the other side, there may be less fence in question, as you pointed out. Again, it's being a good neighbor. I don't have any concerns. Again, with these corner lots, I think it makes things very interesting, and we run into some of these unique situations. But I think it's a good thing.
Do you have any questions?
Yeah, no, I think it's great. I drive past there all the time, and I get a glimpse of it as we drive past it. It looks fascinating, the structure. It really does. No, I love this when all the neighbors, he's been super helpful to all his neighbors. They're very supportive of him. That's great. In terms of applying the Duncan factors, I really don't think this is substantial in this section in front of the house that doesn't even reach Ravenna Road being over the variance limit. I don't think that's a big deal. I don't really think there's any other way to alleviate the need here or the desire to have this. As a matter of fact, I think a 4-foot might be actually counterproductive and look worse, especially from the testimony of the neighbors, than it would if it were 6 foot. So that doesn't seem to be a major issue in terms of the Duncan factors. Although we know Mr. Neckage, he's no stranger to this board, and I'm wondering if he would have gone and just applied for the variance before he got the violation. That's something that we'll give you a slight tap on the wrist, slap on the wrist for, but that's inconsequential. Not a big deal, and I think it's great.
Hey Heather, a question for you. I should have asked earlier. How did this come about? Was it a drive-by? Did somebody report it?
Oh, I drove by and I saw the fence was there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I reached out to Mr. Neckage and then they decided to move forward with the variance.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I like it. I do not like the asking for forgiveness instead of approval. That's always kind of my big issue, but with all the neighbors supporting it, is there any other discussion to have?
I just want to say that neighbors helping neighbors and being cooperative in this day and age is so great, because the other 98% of the time we're hearing the opposite. And I just think I'm just tickled by this, and I love it, and I hope it continues, and I hope other people see this on TV and they learn to cooperate more with their neighbors.
So the question is on the approval of variance application 2025-174. A yes vote for the approval of the a yes vote for the approval of the variance application for approval, and a no vote denies the variance application. Heather, can you please call the vote?
Mr. Hack?
Yes.
Mr. Rowan?
Yes.
Mr. Sweeney?
Yes?
Ms. Garkar?
Yes. The ayes have it, and the variance has been approved. You can keep your fence.
So is that a silo over there? Yeah. Still retained? That's great. Sorry.
Next on the agenda is variance application 2025-175 for Joseph Foley. He is requesting a variance from section 15.04B1, table 15.04-1, to allow for the construction of a covered porch that has a 42-foot front building setback in lieu of the minimum 50-foot required. This is for the property located at 100-23 Hoos Road, also known as parcel number 10-A-026-B-00-002-0. Heather, could you provide a summary for this, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, can I interrupt? Is our audio not working?
He's videoing it, but for me it's hard because I need her to speak up and.
But does this work? Because there's a speaker that I think we can.
This is just for the
No,
TV.
that's just to record.
This is not for her, this is just TV.
Project it.
Oh, I thought there was a speaker here.
No.
It doesn't amplify in the room. It's the microphones are for the video.
Video
Well,
only.
I
Yeah.
realized that, but I for some reason I thought there was a speaker somewhere. Okay.
Also,
so,
before
sorry.
you do present this case, Heather.
Wait, hold on, start over again. Could you just speak up a little bit for me, like
Yeah.
a little louder?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Heather, do we want to bring Brady back in since the
Oh, yes.
last one is done?
Yes, we
Before
can do that.
Go to the
Yes,
next.
thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, Mr.
Didn't realize you spoke so quietly.
Yeah, no, for some reason I really thought there was a speaker in the.
When we do depositions and stuff in court, it's, it's not like this. They have. no
Yeah, like right
microphone.
next to you.
Yeah.
You're telling us to shut up.
Oh, you have to wait for her then? Come back in for waiting?
I just texted her.
Okay.
She must have stepped outside.
Can we go forward without her?
Yeah, we
Okay.
can start.
And
Yeah.
Heather, can you please give a summary of this application?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, up on the screen over here, the subject property is located on the north side of Hoos Road between Button Road and Hobby Horse Lane. You can see on the map the parcel outlined in red. It's zoned R1 residential and contains approximately 1.0 acres of land. The property is currently developed with a single-family dwelling and a detached barn. The image on the left is an image taken from the street of the front of the property. As proposed, the applicant is seeking to construct an 8 by 36 front porch addition off the front of the existing house. The addition will be located 42 feet from the front property line, which is the south property line, 54 feet from the west, 40 from the east, and 263 feet from the rear property line. You can see on the map to the right, the proposed porch addition you can see in blue, and there's an elevation drawing that was provided by the applicant of what the home would look like if the variance was approved and the addition was constructed. Pursuant to section 1504B1, table 15.04-1, lots located in the R1 district are required to provide a 50-foot front minimum building setback. 42 feet is being proposed.
Thank you. Well, thank you for that. Applicant, can you please come forward? Please state your name and address for the record.
Hello, everyone. My name is Joe Foley. I live at 10023 Hoos Road. As you can see, I'd like to put a front porch on my house. I believe you all have a copy of the print. You can see it's not a throw together thing. I thought this through, and my goal here is to make the prettiest front porch that I can make. I'd like to update the house to more of a craftsman style look. I think it'll give it a lot of curb appeal. In conjunction with that, this solves a major issue for me. The front wall of my foundation is currently buckling inward due to the current front stoop that's on my house. So in conjunction with this project, what I'll be doing is pushing the foundation wall back into place, reinforcing it by filling the cores and adding rebar, and also pouring another 8-foot concrete wall in front of that as part of the foundation for the porch. So it does help out a lot with the structure of the house and the longevity.
Okay. Does anyone have any questions for the applicant?
No, I think it looks great.
Thank you.
We've had several of these the past year come up.
Yeah.
I have a question. If the deviation that you're requesting is 8 foot closer than you're allowed, does that mean your foundation is right at 50 feet setback?
I believe the stoop was at 50-foot setback, if I'm not mistaken there, right? The face
I'm
of
just
the
curious.
stoop.
It doesn't matter, but
We kind of went back and forth on this. I believe the front of the stoop is at 50-foot setback, which would make the house 56, which would then bring it back to 48.
well, how wide is the porch going to be?
8 feet.
Well, it's gonna be deep. It's gonna be as wide as a house.
Oh, yeah, it'll
Wide
be
is
the
the house?
full width of
I'm
the
sorry.
house.
How deep?
Yes, 8 feet.
8 feet deep.
So the front of the house is 50 back, is what we're saying. And then we're going to add.
Well, the
8 feet.
stoop of the house is 50 back
Well, I think that's where the question is the house or the stoop 50 back?
because the stoop shoots out in front of the foundation of the house, right?
Yeah, it was my understanding that it was the front of the stoop that was 50 feet back.
Okay. All right. It's not terribly significant. I was just curious. All right. I don't have any other questions. And this will have a roof on it, right?
Yes, that's correct.
great, got a big old tree out front. That's nice.
The roof on it, is it matching the current roof you do have?
It will be
Plans.
matching. I believe, I haven't done a thorough inspection of it yet. I believe the front of the house is 2 layers. So I will have to strip the entire front of the roof off and replace it. It will be replaced with the same colors.
Okay.
But if my guess is correct, I will be re-roofing the entire front of the house.
Okay. And then I see it looks like you have some like brick columns potentially in the front of
Yes,
the
that's
porch and
correct.
everything. Is that gonna follow through and match with the rest of the house?
Yes, there is no
Adding
stone
to.
currently on the house. My intent is, I haven't figured out what's gonna look best with it, but I would like to put some stone on the front of the house,
Okay.
stone to grade along the front of the front porch, and the stone columns to match it as well.
And also, have you looked into, just to make sure this is not gonna be another ask later on, 8 foot is plenty for you for a porch, you do not want, see anything coming in the future of larger?
No, as far as setback goes, no, that'll be the
Okay.
extent of the project.
The porch, okay. Does anyone else have any questions, comments for the applicant?
Nope.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
If there's anyone else speaking for or against, please come forward. Okay. If there's no further questions, the public hearing for application 2025-175 is now closed to the public. And the chair will entertain a motion to approve the variance application 2025-175.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion from the board.
There's going to be an improvement to the home, and
Wait, I'm sorry.
it's going to be an improvement to the home and to the neighborhood, I believe. So that's good.
Absolutely. I love when
Let's
people
all
do.
let's all talk like.
I love when people do projects like this. This is going to look great. And again, you know, I just kind of apply the Duncan factors. Seems I do that now, but I don't think this variance request is substantial. I think that I don't think there's really any other way to achieve the goals of the homeowner than to allow this.
You'd ask them to move the entire house
yeah.
back.
Or we could ask him to have a,
2 foot
well, you couldn't even
porch.
ask him, because if you removed all of it, then there would be no room for any width of a porch at all. So, you know, just the sheer benefit that this brings to the neighborhood, it's just a win-win situation.
Okay.
I think if there's any case that deserves to, if there's any variance that deserves to be granted, this is the one. This type of variance request, I will grant every single time.
Wow.
Well, on a case-by-case basis, of course.
So that's not every single time.
I do think it's a situation where a lot of these houses and that time frame was built right on that setback requirement, and it's unfortunate that everybody has to come ask for permission for a porch because it was built right there, and that's out of the owner's control. This is my running path, and I'm really excited to watch this all go up on a daily basis. Maybe I'll get rid of the geese that I've had a lot of fights with on Hoos Road right there.
Oh, jeez.
It'd be great. But if there's any other,
No, I think this is a great addition to the house. I love the front porch. I think we have seen a couple of these where they're 8 foot. So it's the 50-foot setback, and then we're adding 8 feet. I think if it were any more than 8 feet for these, then it's really, I think 8 feet is kind of the limit when you already have a 50-foot setback. I don't know if that's something we need to go to the zoning commission for, since we're seeing a bunch of these, but that might be something that needs to be brought up. But yeah, I think this is a great addition.
okay. So the question is on the approval of variance application 2025-175. Yes vote is for the approval of the variance application, and a no vote it denies the variance application. Heather, can you please call the vote?
Mr. Sweeney?
Yes?
Mr. Rowan?
Yes.
Mr. Hack?
Yes.
Ms. Garkar?
Yes. The ayes have it. Your porch has been approved. I look forward to
luck.
seeing it.
I gotta do it.
Yes. So next on the agenda, we have minutes from the past 3 months. Bridie, is there an issue if we do all 3 at the same time in one motion, or do we need to break it up?
You can, except for the fact that there might be members who need to abstain from one versus the other instead of doing all in one swoop, so.
So I'm gonna ask, is the board planning on abstaining if they were not here?
I don't think I was at any of those.
Okay.
So I'm
So
gonna-
we'll
I
do it
wasn't at- I
separately.
wasn't at
Okay,
two of
well, we can do it separately.
Yeah.
So we'll start off with the oldest, which is April 9th of 2025. I'll entertain a motion for approval of April 9th.
So moved.
I'll second. Heather, can you call for the vote for yes is approving and no is?
I think it's
Not
just, I
approving.
think you can just.
We don't have to do a roll call
Oh,
unless
okay.
you want.
All in favor for
Aye.
April 9th? Aye.
I'm gonna abstain.
Abstain.
Bridie, how do we,
So that would be, there would be 2
2 and 2,
votes.
but we don't have a
So
third.
Unfortunately, I wouldn't, that's actually a no vote on the approval of the minutes, so perhaps maybe,
So can we,
Table it.
You know,
till-
let's
can we take a
table it.
motion to table April 9th?
But if we voted,
I thought you said there were 2 abstentions and 2 votes, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
we can't table
no,
it.
you would still need 3 votes to pass.
So can we
Can
table
we
it?
table it at this point? Or
Because we already
we've
did before a
voted?
vote. Can we table it?
Absolutely.
Can I go back and table it?
Yes.
Okay.
So can we have a motion to table
Move to
April 9th?
table the minutes from
April
April
9th.
9th.
Well, and you thought
I'll
you
second
may.
that. All in
I make
favor
a
for
motion.
tabling?
Yeah,
All in favor for
Yes.
tabling?
Yeah, aye.
Yes, okay. Any against? Okay,
I'm gonna make a motion that we table May's minutes too.
how many people do we have for May?
Oh, you're here, Skip.
Yeah, I'm here.
1, 2, 3.
So
So
we
we
got
have 3 of
Oh,
us.
you're
We
right.
got 3.
Okay,
Okay.
I'll entertain a motion for May 14th minutes.
So moved.
I'll second. All in favor of approving the May 14th minutes?
Aye.
I'm gonna abstain
Aye.
or no.
3 yeses
3,
and 1
yep.
abstain. And then let's look at June 11th. It looks like we have 3 people here.
4.
No, Skip was not there.
Nope.
So we have 3 of us here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I will entertain a motion to approve June 11th minutes.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor of approving June 11th minutes?
Yes.
Aye.
Aye.
Any abstentions or noes?
Abstention.
1 abstention. Okay, so we have approval of June 11th minutes. The next meeting is September 10th, 2025 at 7 o'clock. And the August meeting is now, of Board of Zoning Appeals is now adjourned.